Good morning and welcome to Wednesday's Maths. Right, today we are reflecting a shape in all four quadrants. So this is a bit of an extension from what we were learning yesterday, but it's basically doing the same thing as you were doing. So if you feel confident with yesterday's learning, this shouldn't be too tricky for you today. Okay, so we are reflecting not just in two quadrants, but in four. So if we've started with this grey shape here, we want to reflect this shape into all four. So using our mirror lines, and we've got a horizontal mirror line and we've got a vertical mirror line. So to get this shape here, we need to reflect the grey shape in this horizontal mirror line, just like that. Okay. To get this one, we want to reflect the grey shape in this vertical mirror line, like that. And to get this one, we can either go from this one and reflect in the horizontal mirror line, or we can go from that one and reflect in the vertical mirror line. Okay, so the last one that you do will be the one that's diagonally opposite, but you can work that one out from the one that's here or here. Okay, so it's just working logically, doing one quadrant at a time. Okay, so these are your four questions today, and you need to reflect each shape into the other quadrants. In your answer booklet, there are these tables. This one it will be possible to do straight into your answer booklet because it's squares. The other ones will be a bit tricky because you've got diagonal lines. So best way of doing it probably is if you've got square paper, like I know a lot of you have, draw out each grid in square paper. If you've got a printer, you might want to print just this page and draw straight onto there, or you can use markup, which I'll show you in a bit, okay, just like I showed you the other day. Some of you I know have been using different programs or finding ways that work for you, so whatever works best for you, use that. Okay, let's have a quick look here. So just like we did before, we're going to be starting from the mirror line and counting. So for this red dot here, start from the mirror line. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares from the mirror line. So it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one. Okay, so we're just going to do this quadrant to start with. Again, for the green one, for the green vertex, we've got 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. The blue one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, starting from the mirror line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's show you that next step here. There we go. So just using that strategy of counting from that mirror line for each of those points. Right, now to reflect this shape, to get it into this quadrant, we need to do the same again, but counting again from the mirror line. So this time for the blue vertex, it's 2 squares from the mirror line. So the blue one's going to be 2 squares. If it's 2 squares up, it's going to be 2 squares down. Again with the green one, it's 2 squares from the mirror line, so it's going to be 2 squares down. The red one, starting from the mirror line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. Okay, let's have a look what that will look like. There we are. So just using those and plotting each of your corners each time. That's probably the best way of doing it. The most accurate way of doing it is to plot all your corners and then join them up to make your shape. Now, to fill in this final quadrant, we can either reflect this shape in the horizontal mirror line, or we can reflect this shape in the vertical mirror line, and it doesn't matter which one you want to do, so it's up to you. Okay. So when you've finished, if you've got a mirror, hold it along both the mirror lines and make sure that the reflections that you've got match what they are in the mirror. Okay, so there are your 4 today. Just to quickly show you, for some of you, using markup might be the best way of doing it. So you could take a photograph of the grids that are on the activity booklet or in your answer page, and then just using markup as best you can, using that same strategy. So take each corner at a time, So this first one is 1, 2, 3. So again, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one's going to be there. So I'm doing this through the camera, so I'm not being very accurate. And this one was 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be there. Once you've then placed all your corners or your vertices, you can then join them up. And if you're doing freehand, that's absolutely fine. Just try and do it as neatly as you possibly can, okay? If this is a bit tricky to do, just do your best on markup unless you've got another way of doing it, okay?